What's going on, guys? YogiZilla here, and just wanted to tell you about some of the exciting stuff that's going on in Geeky Antics Network. Because my big thing is engagement. As a social media, guru. I hate that word, but that's what I guess people would say I am. I'm really big on being social online. I'm not really that social offline because people around me suck. But online, I treat my online friends like they are neighbors, like they're actually physically here. And sometimes we end up hanging out and, IRL. Um, and that's cool. That's what excites me about this whole online thing. And whether it's gaming or podcasting, doing Twitch, it's pretty much part of what I look forward to. But one of the things I notice with a lot of podcasts and Twitch streams and websites and blogs, it's often a one-way experience, and we want to change that. We do have forums and commenting, and those are great for building conversations. So then it's Twitter, which is also a fantastic conversational tool. But what about in with the core experience? We're really big on the podcasting at Twitch, and the Twitch streaming in particular. We're really ramping things up with that Twitch stream team. And I'm thinking to myself, what are some ways that we could really boost interaction? And what does it mean when you have an interactive platform, right? So what we're doing there, hold on, probably got some wicked echo because I had speakers on. I was like, wait a minute, why am I hearing myself twice? Oops, been to it. But pro stuff here, guys. But seriously though, one of the things we're gonna be doing is doing well. Me personally, I'm gonna be doing Choice Chamber, and I really like this. That's why we have this backdrop here. This game will. I'm gonna say it. Now, I'm not gonna say it's a game changer. I'm not gonna say it's gonna revolutionize things, but it's really gonna level the playing field because this game is gonna make it so that the Twitch chat room becomes part of the actual experience. It's a lot more interaction. People already do votes and polls in their channel, but now this Choice Chamber integrates that into the game itself. So you could decide how things unravel, and that's pretty freaking awesome. So Choice Chamber is gonna be a big thing. And Fear to Jeff, who was one of the latest people on our Twitch stream team, recommended that. And he also recommended this next one, which is Cards Against Humanity. He found a nice clone called Pretend You're Zizzy. And even though the site's pretty buggy, because it's still in development, that's understandable, it's to be expected. Um, wow, this is awesome because you can have tons of players in the match, and and it's a fun thing to spectate because you're building narratives, and it's just very humorous and just the kind of thing that excites me as a streamer and just as a content marketer. Just doing things that are remarkable and make everybody feel involved. So it's not just a bunch of people watching one person or reading one person's thing. It's more immersive, so to speak. Um, and that's those are going to be two ways you guys could be part of the Geeky Antics experience, regardless of what we're doing. The other things you could do are like leave us voicemail 206-415-4987. You see it right there, right there, right down there. Uh, 206-415-4987. Leave us voicemail for let us know how we're doing geekyantics.net, or let us know which shows you like the most, what moments you enjoyed the most, stuff like that. We love hearing that stuff. Or maybe you have a question or a news item you want us to cover. Maybe it's something you want us to elaborate on further. Maybe you want to challenge our opinion or comment of something, even if it was, made as a joke. I understand sometimes there's certain things we said. Like recently, we talked about how we compared Apple versus Windows versus Android phones, and we said that well, actually, someone in our chat said this, and we just read it, and then kind of agreed to it. Agree with it. How Apple phones are kind of for hipsters, and then I was like, well, actually, Apple phones are not for hipsters. If anything, that's more of Windows Phone because that's the least cool thing to do, and hipsters usually do the thing that's not that cool. but It's all in good fun. I mean, whatever platforms you like, preferences you have, we don't judge. As long as you don't hurt no one and you respect everybody else's opinion, that's important. So that. Those are the rules of engagement. We try to keep things as friendly as possible and making it, make our community into a place of acceptance and good times for everybody. So yeah, I like to think we're doing a good job with that. But as online, it's online, and anonymity, and there's always going to be someone that's caustic or whatever. But yeah, it's unavoidable. So anyway, voicemail 206-415-4987. And if you don't like the sound of your voice, or you don't like leaving voicemail, which is a thing now, there's email, which is that's still a thing. You could email me, YogiZilla, or Yogi at geekyantics.net, or you could just, our general mailbox is mail at geekyantics.net. So we got lots of ways you could participate with us. But the number one thing that's really easy for everyone to do is leaving a comment on our site. We have tons of stuff, new fresh content coming out pretty much daily now, including original stories, creative pieces that people put together, whether it's some kind of poetry or short stories. We got that. You do have an epic voice, Stan, but you're one of the rare people. I like my voice too. I think it's unique, and I haven't heard many people with my kind of voice on podcasts. So, I think it works. I think my fellow Latinos out there appreciate the difference that I bring to the table and the uniqueness. Yeah, well, yeah, maybe. Ah, thanks, bro. But so yeah, so we have the voicemail and the comments. Ah, we've made it so easy for people to leave comments. You don't have to put a captcha, image in. We are implementing captcha for registration because we're getting a lot of people creating spammy accounts, and I think we finally curbed that, but I still gotta tweak that. But for commenting, we made it so easy. You can leave comments anonymously. You could log into Facebook and leave a comment through there. You could pretty much any account you already have, you could use that to leave a comment. WordPress.com, sure. Your email address, sure. You want to put a bogus email address in there and leave a comment, go for it. But I'm a big fan of transparency, so it would be best if you give us your email address or at least a website that you are part of, even if it's just a blog. Blogs are serious websites; they count, and we'd like to see what you have to say. Don't be shy. Everyone's always afraid to be the first person to leave a comment, as if you're gonna be judged. But come on, man. What's the worst thing gonna happen? Someone can say I disagree. Big deal. People disagree with me all the time. I welcome it. If people don't disagree with you, that means you're not thinking for yourself enough, and you might just be a yes man. That's no fun either. So when people disagree, that probably means you have a really good idea. So there you go. So we said we have voicemail, comments, right? Email. And yeah, that's pretty much the full gamut right there. And of course, forums. I know forums not as big anymore because you have to create an account, and then people might have many different forums, and they usually stick to one or two because that's as much as they can manage. But that's probably the best place to bounce ideas around. We have Steam community groups. If you are big on Steam, we have the Yotai Steam community group. We have Horseplay Steam community group, which is pretty much the Geeky Antics group. We have the Retro Friday, #Retro Friday group. We have Facebook. Now, I'm personally not big on Facebook, and I will be the first to say that because I think Facebook won't be relevant much longer. But it is, the biggest social network right now, and it's important. We can't ignore it. So, we have the Geeky Antics Facebook page there, and we got the Yotai Facebook page, which actually it's actually a group. Let me correct myself. And if you look up, it's a little tricky to find that one. I think if you look up YOHTAI, it should come up just fine. Some weird stuff comes up instead. But if you look up Hearthstone, it might come up. But if not, we'll get you connected. Just ask us on during our Twitch streams or podcasts or on the website geekyantics.net. there's so many things. There's so many ways to connect and get involved with the experience and make it, you know, make it about more about you. But I'm most excited about the Choice Chamber and Cards Against Humanity clone because these are games that we can enjoy, together. There's a lot of games that you can only play one-on-one or in small groups, and then the rest of the community feels a little left out. So that's no fun. So, you know, with this, it'll be something where it's fully involved and it becomes a group thing. So I'm super stoked about Choice Chamber, and word on the street is that there will be a beta soon, and I'll be a part of it. And yeah, I'm excited. I don't know how soon. It might be 3 months, might be 5 months. I don't know if I can speak too much to that yet, but we might have some exclusive news for you guys soon. So yeah, Stan, the two games that I'm gonna be streaming more of, and hope that everybody else will join us in our Choice Chamber. If you go to choicechamber.com, that was a Kickstarter project, and cool people, really cool people behind that. That's the Studio Bean team. Choice Chamber, which is something, yes, Choice Chamber. It lets the Twitch chat make decisions for what happens to you in the game, and it's pretty funny. It's basically honey for trolls, but in a good way. And then Cards Against Humanity, there's a clone, and I'm sure there's a bunch of other ones, but this one is the most prevalent one that I've seen so far, which is Pretend You're Zizzy. And basically, that one is great if you're an aspiring writer or you consider yourself a bit of a humorist, a comedian. But maybe you think yourself mildly entertaining or funny. You will love this. I will say that if you're a little uptight and things offend you easily, may not want to join us on this game or play the game at all. But for everyone else, if you don't take yourself too seriously and you can find humor in anything, you should play this with us. And typically the game sessions are a max of 10 people. I find that 6 to 8 is as much as you really want, and then everybody else spectates in there, because otherwise it could drag on a lot. But basically with Cards Against Humanity, the way it works is you go round by round like a lot of tabletop games and take turns. But in every turn, everybody's involved, and each turn, torch gets passed around the table, the virtual table, and you have a card czar, and the card czar is the one that basically chooses the cards that best or card that best fits the narrative or the blank, or the question, whatever the context is. So a card is played from the deck, and it might say blank is a great way to spend a Sunday, and then a bunch of people play cards that fit that the best. Or they might just throw a card out that they don't care about because they want to dump it. And then the card czar says, this is the best one that fits. So usually what you want to do is say something that's really outrageous, or something that doesn't make sense at all, so much so that it's funny. Or you just put the funniest thing in there to complete the sentence, and that's usually what's going to get picked. It's very subjective, but it's fun because if you try to figure out how the card czar thinks, then you could pick cards that make more sense and then win the game. And usually the games end around 8 or 10 points. You get one awesome point each time your card or cards are picked for a round, and it's really fun. Think of it as Mad Libs meets Flux, if you guys have played Flux. And like Flux, there are blank cards where you can make your own words or phrases. So yeah. Yes, one Mr. Bean, that is Choice Chamber. That's one of his sites. That's the founder of the company, but the main one is choicechamber.com. What's up, Cantiel? So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna wrap this up because I'm gonna get some stuff done and feed my babies, aka my pets. And then what I'm gonna do is do my ritual, get some more coffee, smoke some cancer sticks, which I don't recommend to you younger folks out there. It's a bad habit, but I love it. And then when I come back, hopefully it won't be too much later. Actually gonna play some games with the kids here, and then after that, I'll come back and maybe we could do some Choice Chamber so you guys can see it in action. That'll be over on my channel, YogiZilla. I might simulcast it so that everybody could congregate on one channel in the chat. So yeah, I wonder if it could support multiple channels at once. I'm gonna have to ask the dev that. Could that be me? If people in the Geeky Antics channel and my channel YogiZilla on Twitch.tv can both vote on things in the game, ooh, then suddenly this dual streaming thing just got ramped up. That's gonna. Anyway, I just thought about that now. Holy Hannah. So yeah, Choice Chamber and Cards Against Humanity is probably gonna be what we'll do tonight. I find that Cards Against Humanity is even better late night because your brain is a little like meh, and I laugh a lot more because I'm kind of tired and delusional. Yeah, check that out. So you want to check out Choice Chamber and Pretend You're Zizzy. Those are going to be two of the biggest ways to interact with us. Yeah, whether you're a gamer or not, I think it'll bring something for everyone. So some big things going to happen right here on Twitch. And yeah, let me get out of here, guys. Don't forget geekyantics.net. More news. Original stories. Our stories department is ramping up. Make sure you check out Stan Farina. He's working hard there between the stories department, or we call it storytelling, and the Yotai newsletter, Ye Old Hearthstone Tavern and Inn. If you love Hearthstone, check out his stuff and leave comments, please. We appreciate the love, and even if it's just a simple awesome or cool, whatever you want to say, cowabunga or radical, I don't know. We're down for it. We'll appreciate it. But let me make sure I didn't miss anything in the chat. Nope, that should be everything. All right, guys. This is YogiZilla. Love you guys. Appreciate you. And I'm out of here. Peace.